doesn't look too tilted in post-production.
Good morning, folks. So, after a somewhat leisurely 0 day yesterday, it's time to head out. So it's about 6:45 in the morning here in Bavaria National Park, and so it's time to get up and make some coffee and pack up my tent and start heading out. And it's time to get into the Czech Republic today. Not sure how far I'm going to get, but probably about halfway to Prague. I anticipate getting to Prague tomorrow evening. There's a campground about halfway, a little bit off route. It's not too bad. There's also a warm showers house about 60k between here and Prague. And I haven't contacted them yet. I think that's a bit short. I'd like to go further today, so that's the plan. But anyways, it's time to get up. Certainly lots of campers around, but not the usual super tight camping situation that you find here. That I've been finding here in Europe so far. But it looks like another beautiful sunny day. It's quite cool. I would say it's probably no more than about 10 degrees, maybe 11 degrees. Anyways, time to get up. Time to go. We'll see you there.
Okay, we're a little bit further along on this Tuesday morning here at the Anderswu campground in Bavaria National Park. And as you can see, my bike is all packed up and I am ready to go. Had a really great stay here. This is a wonderful campground in a wonderful place. Anybody traveling through this area looking for a campground, notwithstanding the fact that it's the only campground in the area, it's definitely worth coming here, checking it out, staying here for a night or two. They have a lovely store. There's a lovely restaurant across the street that serves great schnitzel and burgers. Lots of nice hiking trails here, and the people are great, and just love the vibe. It's a very natural kind of eco-friendly vibe, as you can see here with all the different recycling containers here, receptacles I mean. So the brown glass, white glass, it's interesting actually. Let's check this out. So cartons and plastic packaging and aluminum packaging and plastic containers and plastic bottles, paper, all of that. So it looks like they do a really good job here, and if everybody did it like this, then I think the world would be a better place. All right, so anyways, the plan is to continue on down this road here. All right, let's see. There we go. Well, actually, that's the road right there. So that's a little bus shelter right there. You can see just on the right, the covered area. And then I'm going to the right and taking that road off into the forest. Google Maps doesn't say that you can go through here, but Ride with GPS says I can. People here say that it's also no problem going with a bicycle. Cars can't go through here, so that's kind of cool. So I guess it's just hikers and cyclists that will have this trail to themselves. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to continuing on, and just I don't know how many kilometers down this road I'll be crossing into the Czech Republic. So time to head into the Czech Republic and maybe learn a few simple words in Czech. All right, that's that. We will see you down the road. Cheers. Okay, so so it's time to head into the Czech Republic. Not exactly sure where the border is, but it's very close because they share a national park with the Czech Republic. So this one's the Bavarian National Park, and the other one is the I don't have the name offhand, but it starts with an S. And it's actually quite a bit bigger than this one here on the Czech side. So we're going to find out. So we're getting very close to the Czech border here, and it's lovely. And there's nobody out here. This is amazing. This is lovely. The temperature is really cool. I said nobody's out here. There's somebody down the path there, but it's very cool here, temperature-wise. And this is perfect. If it stays like this for the rest of the trip, I will be very, very happy. Just doing a little bit of crash course Czech phrases and words that I need to know, like hello, dobrý day, ahoy. Here, you can't go any further by car, so I'm just going to stop here, take a picture, and then continue on. And I guess the border is just the this tiny little stream. This tiny little stream. I wonder how they figured that out, how they worked that out. But here we are. Pakci Oblast Sumava is the Sumava National Park. And here we go. Czech Republika. Okay, I don't know. It's going to have to work. And now everything is in Czech. Nothing is in German. Okay, so that's that. Oh, maybe they're going to have some company here. Probably not. They'll probably just move right on. Yeah, right. Had to stop here, coming down off of this mountain. After climbing up to the border, it's been virtually downhill the whole way, and it's quite cool. I can't imagine it's any more than about 12, 13 degrees here, and I was in my t-shirt, so no more of that. But first impressions of being in the Czech Republic, it looks just like Germany, of course, because it's the same area. But lots of cyclists, just tons of them going up towards the border. I don't know if you saw in the last clip there was an emergency vehicle that came flying by, so I'm not sure what's going on there. There's also bus service up here, which stands to reason given the nice condition of the road here. But, hey, so far so good. It's lovely here. I love the cool temperatures, perfect conditions, absolutely beautiful. All right, we'll see you down the road. Okay, so we're in the lovely town of Kvilda, and it's beautiful here. Lots of restaurants, some stores. There's a sporting goods store back there that I think I might turn around and check out. There's also a burger place. It looks pretty good. It could use something substantial. Maybe I'll wait till I get to the next town. But the other thing that I noticed here is that hardly anybody has an e-bike. Except the couple that just passed here. But yeah, they're much more prevalent in Germany than they are here, certainly, at this point anyways. So this is very nice. Kvilda was definitely a tourist town, and I would imagine gateway to the national park there. It's interesting. One of the other things I noticed is not long before getting to the border, and ever since I crossed the border, I've got no Wi-Fi. I've got no internet or no data, whatever. So here, there's just emergency E, and as opposed to LTE or 5G or whatever. So I hope this changes. Again, we're still high up. We're still seems fairly remote. If I'm stuck without Wi-Fi or data, that's going to be a big problem. And I guess I'll have to contact Hold a Fly and ask him what the deal is. Because apparently this data plan was supposed to work all over Europe. Just loving it out here. This is beautiful. And hey, if it stays like this will be an awesome ride. Not 15 seconds ago, I was complaining about no data, no Wi-Fi, and even though I've got the E here, I got a couple of mail notifications, and now Google Maps have loaded their maps in for the region. So I guess I do have it. I guess maybe E means something else here, or means something else entirely different. I thought it was E for emergency. Okay, so I am at a grocery store here in Strakonica in the Czech Republic, and great store, lots of stuff. It's really funny because when I'm shopping, I'm going up and down the aisles and I'm looking at stuff that looks like what I want, but I can't read any of the labels. It's pretty brutal, and the packaging is different, and the portions are different. So I think I've got what I need here, and I just need to find an SD card and some fuel for my stove. And then I'm going to be on my way to a campground that's probably about, I'm going to say probably about 30 kilometers from here. There was a lovely family here with their bicycles beside mine. They're gone now, but they gave me this lovely little trinket to show me where I am. See, it says Strakonice. There we go. See? Well, they gave that to me, and so I'm going to keep it, and it's going to be a memory from this trip. And that's just how this sort of thing goes. Anyways, that's that. Here in Strakonice, and heading north, probably north. Oh, actually, it's straight north, I think, is where the campground is. Anyways, enough of that. We'll just see you there or on the road. Cheers. Yeah, I think I'm done here in Strakonice. I'm done here in Strakonice, and I am on my way to a campground that I tried to get in touch with last night. They didn't get back to me, so I don't know what the deal is, but they're kind of on the way, and they're about 16 kilometers from town here. So I'm going to just ride up there and see what they've got. I picked up some food, I picked up some beer, I picked up some electronics. I probably overpaid for the electronics, but it's okay. I needed SD cards. I have extra SD cards, so that's just the way it goes. Yeah, like I said, picked up some beer, picked up some cash. They say that everybody pays by card here, but I can't take that chance when I get out there. I don't know where the hell I'm going to be. I don't know if there's going to be a card machine or a cash machine, or whether or not they take cards. So I've got some cash, and I think I may just have gotten myself into a bit of a dead end here, so I better turn around and get back on the road. But anyways, that's the deal. So I'm all done here, and we will see you on the road. Cheers. And here's the aerial view of Strakonice. Lovely hillsides all around it. And every so often I've seen trees like this. It looks like shredded paper up there. I don't know if it's some sort of ornament or whatever, but I don't know. It is what it is. I suppose I can Google it when I get decent reception, because right now I don't have that. Turning my campground, if it's still a campground, it's still open and available. We'll be at the other end of this lovely little lake here. Which I'm not sure. Maybe they've got a kayak or a canoe they could use to take the sunset paddle. That would be nice. the only campground here? A little further up there's the camp, and I can register there too? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hello. Camping? Camping? Hello, everybody. So I am here at, and I'm gonna go to my phone to make sure that I pronounce this properly. So it is the Chatove Camp Luki. I hope I pronounced that properly. And if I did not, my apology for anybody from the Czech Republic who is watching. But I had a really nice ride today down out of the mountains, out of the Anderswood campground in the Bavarian National Park. And as soon as I got across the border and I continued riding, the language changed completely. There were some Germans but most of them were Czech. It was an amazing ride down out of the mountains. Long descent, not steep, but just very, very long. And because it was in the shade and because we were still up high, it was quite cool. But I really, really enjoyed it, especially after the week-long riding in the heat. Anyways, so I'm here at the campground, and I've got myself set up. You can see here I'm all set up, and this is a different campground. You can see that there's some caravans here. I guess these folks looks like they just leave their trailers here and come back in the summertime. By the looks of how the grounds around the trailers look. But anyways, it doesn't matter. This is a decent little campsite. There's a shower up. There's a shower up there. You can see that white building there. There's a shower, and this is kind of cool because not only do I have a nice campsite, nice flat. There's also power here, so you can see here where I'm plugged in over there, and you can see through the trees that I'm camped amongst plum and apple trees, which is kind of cool. And I think the birds around here have been gorging themselves on these plums and apples that have fallen and started to ferment. So I think they're probably drunk on all of this fruit. Lots of climbing, probably a little more climbing than I needed to do to get up to this point because there were several routes, and I took what looked to be the route less traveled, so I didn't have to deal with traffic. But there was some pretty crazy situations out there on the road because some of the curves coming down off of some of the hills going up through this country. There were big trucks coming around those corners, just flying around those corners. And if there was anybody else coming the other way, head-on collision would have been brutal. Thank God that didn't happen. Not sure how many times that happens, but I guess that's just the way it goes around here. But really happy to be here. Weather's great, as you can see. I'm in the shade. It's nice and cool. I'm expecting it to get cooler tonight. And again, it'll make for a perfect night for sleeping. So that's that. I'm just having a beer, and I'm going to go have a shower and munch out on whatever it is that I bought in Strakonice, sorry. And and then I'm going to settle in for the night. The folks here that run the campground told me that in the morning they make breakfast, and that I can come up to the restaurant and pay for the breakfast prior to tomorrow morning. So I guess that's a guarantee for them, in case I decided to skip out and eat my oatmeal and just continue on. And that's fair. I told them that I was interested, so I'm going to go pay them. They said they make sausages and eggs and toast in the morning, and that sounds great because I haven't had that in week and a half. Yep, almost two. No, week and a half. Anyways, yeah. So that's that. So I'm rambling here, but suffice to say that I had a great day and really glad to be here. And tomorrow I should be in Prague. So the other thing I need to do is send the folks in Prague the campground that is on the river in the city. Let them know that I'm going to be there. So that's that. All right. So if anything else happens tonight, I'll certainly try and get some video and let you know about it. Other than that, we'll see you in the morning. Cheers.